Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's video we are doing a reading vlog of Twisted Love. And so first and foremost, you guys are going to see the reading vlog portion first. I apologize in advance for the jump scare of my face during these clips. I was reading this book primarily at night, so it is dark. I am not wearing any makeup. Most of these times I've gotten home from work. So please understand, I don't always look this ugly. A lot of times I have makeup on, like today. But in these instances I don't. So I apologize. Next time I'm doing a reading vlog, I will make sure to put makeup on before I start recording. With that being said, this is your forewarning. Enjoy. Okay, so I just finished chapter 5. I'm not really into Alex right now. I'm hoping, since it's only chapter 5, I'll maybe like him as I get further in. But he's just possessive. And it's in the, trigger warning. It's not that it's a content warning. It's a very possessive, morally gray anti-hero. Does he get less possessive? I would love to know. Honestly, this scene in chapter 5, if you read it, you know, with the photo shoot, I was like, dude, she's, like, artistic. She does, it seems legit. I would be pissed off, too. I hope that she calls her brother and tells her brother to, like, and her brother tells him, like, hey, man, like, let it go a little bit. Yeah, so, like, I like dark romance, but I just don't think I like, at the end of the day, really possessive guys. And Alex so far is really possessive, so I'm not really vibing with him. I'm not liking him right now. He's pissing me off. Hopefully he's better at some point, you know, like, hopefully he, like, gets a life, a hobby, becomes less possessive. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. But I am on page 47. I'm about to start chapter 5. And yeah, because Ava, I think, should be going off on Alex. At least in that situation, I would. Yeah, at that point, I would probably, like, if I was Ava in that situation, I would just block his number, like, Alex's number, and be like, I'm not talking to you, I'm not interacting with you. If you're gonna act like that, I'm gonna be a brat. Because then it doesn't get affected on her friends. You know, it'd be on her. Because he was threatening the photographer. So there was nothing she could do about that. But if she just goes home, blocks him, he can't threaten anyone. At least I wouldn't think. I don't know. That's just me and how I see this situation. But yeah, so we'll keep reading, and maybe I'll give you one more update before I go to bed. So yeah, I have my blanket on right now. It's like 10:30 something, so just keep reading, and then I might watch some YouTube and go to bed. Hey, sorry for my face. It's nighttime, if you can't tell, and I am currently reading Twisted Love. I'm on page 120, and if they don't kiss right now, I'm sorry, my mom's watching something because I heard like a ding or like a bell. If they don't kiss right now, or within the next 2 to 3 pages, I'm gonna be really pissed off. I have a zit here. Oh no. I'm gonna be pissed off. No, I have Googled, or not Googled, I was looking at TikToks of the book just to get people's vibes. So I got some spoilers. So I know the first sex scene And this book is chapter 22, and I'm on chapter 15, and I'm like, I got 7 chapters. 7 chapters. And then I get a sex scene. Because there's tension. I want to make it very clear. There is tension right now. So there has to be a kiss here. So obviously, for those who have read the book, I'm past the gala scene, and Alex was a bit more reasonable during the gala, so I was very happy about that. I was like, okay, we're managing, we're doing okay. But something to note, because I was looking at TikToks, I found out this scene in this book. Thankfully, it's at the end of the book, so I'm very happy to know that I can just completely skip over, because I will 100% be skipping over this scene. Alex decides to sing a song to Ava in public. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's so sweet. No, I'm sorry, but for me, that's cringy. I can't. I would die. You couldn't pay me to do that. Even as an actress, you couldn't pay me to sing. It's just a no. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that scene. I think I'm just gonna, like, skim over it. Like, really fast. And if it becomes a movie, I mean, I'll know for sure whether or not I like the book. By the time I get to that scene, I think I'd know whether or not I like it. Because, like, I definitely know, like, the twist. Like, I know Ava's dad apparently isn't her dad. Or I have a really good baseline as to what the twist is. And how he was dating Ava to get back at his uncle. Which has me confused. Because I'm like, I feel like he would know that going in. But I'm on page 120, and there's nowhere where it's mentioned that. So I'm intrigued by that. I will say that. But yeah, I think further I get into this book, hopefully I can determine whether or not I like them as a couple. Because, like, I know a good portion of the story, so now it's just, will I like them together? Do I want them to be together? I know he grovels. I've never read a book where a man grovels before. At least I don't think I have. Or not bad. I guess Aiden. I feel like I always mention, oh, my dad sent me a text. Finally, I sent that text, like, forever ago. But, what was I saying? I feel like Aiden and, Rena Ken, I know I mentioned her quite a bit, her books. But I really like them. I think he did kind of grovel for Elsa a bit, and I really didn't like that. So, and apparently Alex grovels for Ava for a whole year, so I don't know. Okay, everyone. I am sorry. Let me see if I can't fix this. I don't know if this is gonna help. I don't think it helped. It is late. My hair is done for. It is almost 1 a.m. from the last time I did a check-in with you guys. And I got to page 163, aka I finished chapter 23. I was gonna stop at 22, but literally 23 was like a page long, technically like 2 pages long. So I was like, okay, I'll read it. So I got to chapter 22, which was my goal, because like I said, because I knew that was where the first sex scene came in. I could have gone to 24 because I know 24 has the next sex scene, but I was like, oh, we're done. Plus, it seems like both the sex scenes are up here, because if I'm going to take a guess, let me look at chapter 24 is in Ava's point of view, so I could have gone to chapter 24, but we'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, so then I put it in Goodreads, because I was like, oh, for sure, we got the halfway mark. Nope, I'm 45% done with this book. I was really pulling to be at the 50 mark, honestly. But, I mean, 45 is close enough, because I think it was the same thing with Air of Fire. I read a little bit of that today, and I got to 47%. But all in all, pretty good reading day today. Or this is technically, or yeah, well, because today's a new day. But I really, I enjoyed chapter 22. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I'm sorry, you guys are just like this, seeing me like this. I would say chapter 22, out of the romance books that I've read, wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it's like top of my list for like sex scenes I've read sexier, I guess. But it was like fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Definitely very dominant, which I was not expecting. I think I was just expecting rough, not necessarily dominant. I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly, but you know what I mean. So, I was surprised by that. There was like one line that Alex said that I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. But, you know, maybe that's me. I feel like I would have seen more comments about that on the TikToks, but maybe I just needed to dive into the TikToks of Twisted Love a bit more to see that comment. But, other than that, I didn't mind. I was pretty content with it. I liked that he was teaching her how to swim. I thought that was really nice. As someone who can't swim, I thought that was really sweet that he was teaching her how to swim. Okay, so I just got to page 250, and it is crazy right now. I'm like, didn't expect it to go that direction at all. I knew Ava was going to find out. You know, we got the storyline with her dad, or the twist with her dad, done and over with. I was like, okay, cool. You know, because I heard that there was like a twist with her dad and her dad wasn't her dad, but I was like, well, then who is her dad? I'm going to go on a limb here and say we never find out. But I was like, okay, that's cool. And now she's been kidnapped. I didn't see that coming. Being real, that was a twist for me. Like, I was like, oh wow, and Bridget. That was the other one that I was just like, why? I mean, I guess he was gonna pin it on him. It's gonna be my best guess. Thoroughly entertained. It's definitely an entertaining book, I'll give that. Although I am dreading the rest of this book, because if there's one thing I know about this book, just from those TikToks I've seen, other than the singing scene, which I'm definitely not looking forward to, I think I'm going to be skimming that, is that he's going to grovel, basically, and I just don't know how I feel about that. Like, for a full year, he's going to grovel, which means he's going to take down his CEO. I just don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's not something that I'm excited about. It's not something that I want to read. I don't know. Fairly entertaining. So far, am I liking it more? I think I'm gonna do a rating of where, like, with each section, if I think the book's a 1 star or 2 star. Right now, it's like a solid, like, 4, 3.5 to a 4. Like, I'm just like, I could work with this, you know? Like, I think this could be a reread, but we're gonna get to the part that I'm dreading the most. So we'll see if that 4 goes down or goes back up or just stays the same. Like, I don't know. So we'll find out. And I'm excited to find, actually I'm very nervous to find out. I think I could finish the book today. But I just finished season 1 of Bridgerton, and I really want to watch season 2. And I need to continue season 2 of Shadow and Bone. But I'm only on episode 3 of Shadow and Bone, and it's already pissing me off. So we're struggling. And I'm also thinking I want to get back to the fine print, because I don't know, the fine print's not too bad right now. I don't know. I will let you guys know. But yeah, so my thoughts. It's interesting. Definitely didn't see the kidnapping coming. Genuine surprise by me. Like, I really didn't see that coming. But yeah, so I will continue reading. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! It is... I finally finished Twisted Love I finished actually earlier in the day. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like nighttime now, and I have Burger King that I'm eating. I have finished Twisted Love. I feel like I just said that, and I will leave it to daytime China to give you my final thoughts and opinions on Twisted Love. So stay tuned. Okay, now that jump scare's out of the way, I hope you guys understand. We'll get into my thoughts and opinions on Twisted Love. Number one, the review or the rating I gave it. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. I think we all saw this coming. If you want to read my actual review, I have my Goodreads link down below, or hopefully I remember to do that. So you guys can look there and see my actual review and my reviews for past books that I read. Let me know if you guys maybe want me to talk about them, because I would love to talk about Court of Thorns and Roses, because I love that book. And you can also see the books I'm currently reading, which will give you a hint maybe for future videos coming up. So follow me there, and follow me on TikTok, because I know TikTok, I've done a review on The Fine Print since that was the last book that I read, and I'm not doing a June wrap-up because we are in July, and we're a bit into July, so I'm just going to do a June and July wrap-up instead of a June wrap-up. So I hope you understand. Hopefully I'll start posting at the beginning of each month for my wrap-ups. That would be a smart decision, so hopefully I'll do that. No promises. But with that being said, my thoughts and opinions on Twisted Love. See if we can hold the book upright. Favorite character? Ava. No, Jules. I liked Jules. I can't wait to get to her book, honestly. And I guess that leads me to my second question. Will I continue reading the series? Because it is book 1, as you can see here, in a series out of 4. Yes, I will, because I really want to get to Twisted Hate, and that is the 3rd one. I think the author was smart for that. Because I think she knew that a lot of people probably wouldn't be in love with book 1, because it is definitely on the darker side. It's not like uber dark, like it's not like a dark romance, but it is a bit on the darker side, and I think with these new covers, not a lot of people know that going in. Like when you look at this cover, you're not immediately going to think dark romance. Or like rougher romance. I don't even know if I'd use dark. Well, maybe. No, because there really wasn't anything like any bad tropes other than it's like Grumpy Sunshine. And he's like a millionaire. But not a lot of people are going to know that going in. Especially with the cover. Like, the cover does not tell you that. I could read this in front of my dad. I could read this in front of my grandma. And no one would have a clue as to what this book is about. Because it just looks like a fun, sweet romance. And no one's going to get mad at me for reading that. My dad's not going to be like, what is wrong with my daughter? He doesn't say that. Father like daughter. My dad knows I'm like I want to say a hoe, but I'm not a hoe. Maybe in another life I would have been a hoe for sure, but I'm not. But I think my dad knows that in another life I would have been a hoe. My grandma, Christian lady, conservative, wouldn't have a clue. But yeah, so I think that's why the author made Twisted Hate, the 3rd one, because I think just starting in this book and seeing those characters, I was like, ooh, I'm kind of interested in these characters. There's a enemies to lovers going on here, and it looks like it's going to be a fun one. You know, Jules is like crazy, starts stuff up just for fun. I do that. I can't wait to read that book. Honestly, I think that's the only thing that's keeping me going in this series. But I have to do Twisted Games next, which honestly, a lot of people like them. Reese and Bridget, I don't care. I don't care. It's probably going to take me a bit to get through their book just because I don't know what it is about their book. I'm just not... I haven't even read it yet, but I know what it's about. And I just don't care. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't care about their book. I never read a bodyguard romance in Forbidden Love, so that's also a factor to put into it, but I could care less about them. being real. And then there's Stella and Kristen. I'm definitely intrigued to read their book. I'm honestly probably the most excited to read their book. Or not most excited. I said that for Twisted Hate, but Twisted Lies, I'm definitely intrigued by because I noticed on the author's TikTok page, she has like movie something, like movie deal, movie something, meaning she definitely wants to make her books become movies. And Stella's mixed. I'm mixed. So, and I may not like this book, but I'm not finished with the series, so it might just be this book that I'm not a big fan of. But if I read the other books and I really like them, keep me in mind for Stella. That's all I'm gonna say. I know I'm not 5'7", but we can put me in heels. So, yeah. But getting into more about this book and the reasons why I personally disliked it. I'm just not really a big fan of possessive guys. It's just not something that I'm really like. It's not like something I can't stand. Like if a guy's like possessive in a book, I'm like DNF. I hate it. That's not the case. It's just something that I'm just personally not into at the end of the day. But it's something that I'm used to reading because I read darker romances quite a bit. Most guys in dark romance, at least the ones I've read, are just pretty possessive. But sometimes they like die it down a little bit. You know, they get less possessive towards the end of the book, or the other character is like not putting up with it and will like antagonize them and mess with them. And that's what I like. So I don't mind guys that are possessive if the girls like don't put up with it. You know, a good example of that is this one Rena Kent book I read, Cruel King. Levi, no wait, that's not the best example. But it is an example, but it's not a possessive situation. It's just more of like a push and pull type of thing. With that book, Levi ruined Astrid's art project, and she loves to paint and do art, and it was like messed up. So you know what she did? She vandalized his car. There was another scene where they were doing something to each other, and she ruined his like soccer jersey. Like, she doesn't put up with his stuff. She goes to a dance with a guy to make him mad. These things don't really happen in this book with Alex. Let me hold it upright. With Alex and Ava, Alex is just possessive, and that is it. He is possessive from the very beginning to the very end. And it's not like these guys that he's like pulling Ava away from are bad guys. That's another factor to put into it. If a guy's possessive, I don't mind if he is. If whoever is bothering the girl is also a bad guy, I think that's fine. And we do get that instance once with Alex, and it's fine. But every other time there's a guy that talks to her, he's just like, back away. And it's like, dude, these are nice guys. Like 3 times in the book this happens. And it's like, they're nice guys. And that's what I really dislike about Alex. And also just, he grovels. And I also just don't like groveling men. I don't like possessive guys or groveling men. And I'm more used to the possessive guys because that's just how it is in books I've read. But groveling, it's like a hard no for me. Once again, if you like it, that's great. I'm never going to diss or knock someone for liking a trope or a kink in a book. You know, we all like what we like, and that's fine. It's just at the end of the day, I really don't like groveling men. And that's just me. And then he sang. Luckily, I already knew he was going to sing and knew it was at the end of the book, so that was like, okay. And thankfully, there were no lyrics. If I had to read lyrics, I probably would have DNF'd. Even though it's literally at the end of the book. I think I still would have DNF'd it at the end of the day if I had to read any of what he was singing. I'm thinking, since the author wants this, I'm guessing to be a movie. Oh, I don't think Stella's there for that scene. There is like a fly. So, I don't have to say that. But, yeah. Oh my god, there's like a gnat. have to do the dishes and I don't want to do the dishes. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on Twisted Love. Didn't really care for it. Didn't really like it. I'm excited to read the third book in the series. That's about it. Let me know if you want me to do a reading vlog for Twisted Games, which is Reese and Bridget's book. I will gladly do it if you guys want me to. But as of right now, I'm probably just going to read it on my own time and then have it be part of like the monthly wrap up. I am planning on doing a highest and lowest rated books and reading those one of these days, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!